Hi, my name is Cindy, and I'm a voter in Northeast Ohio, and I wanted to share my voting experience. On October 18th, my family and I went to our local voting station. I went through confirming my ID and then began the process of casting my ballot. I went through the first screen and everything went perfectly fine. I pushed the next button and it advanced to the next screen. And when I arrived on that screen, the bottom line of the two candidates was highlighted in green, and one of the candidates was already selected. I was a little bit surprised, and I stepped back. I looked over my shoulder. I hadn't even begun to go through from the top to the bottom. I looked at the polling worker. She came over. I explained what had happened to me, and she said, "Oh, you probably just touched the screen by mistake." And I didn't think I had, but okay. She stepped away, and I began to make my selections and correct the bottom one, and pushed the button to the next, and was very sure that I didn't touch it. And when it loaded the next screen, the same thing happened. The bottom line was already selected for me, and I was kind of shocked. I turned around, and I could tell by the woman's facial gestures that she had observed what had happened. And so she then called over a senior person, someone who was monitoring, official person. He had a uniform on. He came over, heard me out, and said exactly the same thing. "Oh, you must have just touched the screen." Well, I had not touched the screen. And I had a witness in the other polling worker. And so he reset the machine. I was able to go through and cast my ballot successfully. When I left, I talked to my family, and we agreed that something needed to be said about it. I was going to go get back in line, and then thought, no, I'm just going to go, I'll call someone. Well, as I got thinking about it, because I don't know if anybody's going to pay attention to me or, believe what I say. But as I got thinking about it, I thought this was not a normal glitch in the machine. It wasn't a glitch in that the next button wouldn't work, and so it wouldn't load the next screen. It wasn't that it, bleeped out, or it wouldn't accept my candidate, my selection for my candidates. It wasn't anything like that. It was candidates already had been selected on two screens. So I was all the more determined that I was going to call and just talk to someone, because I'm a concerned citizen. So I called the voting station. I was able to speak to the person that was in charge. She heard me out. She left for a few minutes, presumably to go find out, if this has actually happened. She came back and said that they would close the machine until they could do some investigation at night. And I was like, okay, as long as I know somebody's going to do something and not just take this as dismiss it, because I kind of had felt that it was just going to be dismissed. And there may be other people out there that have had the same experience. So I went home and thought, yeah, I think people need to just watch and pay attention and see. And so I made a Facebook post. Not a video, just my statement. Clearly, everything about it is exactly accurate. And lo and behold, I had two people reach out to me and tell me that they had exactly the same experience. And so, in one in the county I was in, and one in another county. So it's the electronic voting machine that I'm talking about. And so I just would encourage you and challenge you to watch every single selection that you make. If it prints out at the end, review every single. I didn't actually review it once it was printed out. I was a little bit flustered, and I didn't. I saw the top candidate. I didn't see the rest. But we have to check, unfortunately. And we want to have confidence in our electoral process, and we want people to be held accountable if there's nefarious things going on. And I don't know that that's the case, but somebody needs to investigate and find out. So I just would encourage you. We are praying that this election will have integrity, because we must, as Americans, have confidence in our electoral process. And so pray with me. I'll see you on the other side. Have a good day. Bye.